All right, so in the last video, we defined many interfaces just to get to this single Pokemon interface that we can use within our props interface. And many of these interfaces we derived from types that we previously created in our utils function here. So let's actually go ahead and move these into a shared place so that we can share them in both this component and our utils component or functions. So I'm just going to create a new one here called types.ts. If there's no components in it, if there's no JSX in it, then you can just use the extension .ts. And I'm going to grab all of these, save that, and we'll go ahead here and we'll just go ahead and export all of these out. Oh, except for the props. The props we still actually want to stay in the component. So now we've got our Pokemon here. So I'm going to go ahead and import this. I'm going to go ahead and import Pokemon from let's go back up one. There we go, from types. Perfect. And now that we've defined our Pokemon here, we can actually go to our utils file and use everything in here. So let's actually go ahead and import Pokemon from types. And we can use that in all the places that we're using Pokemon here. So yeah, this is a Pokemon. This here is also a Pokemon. And what else do we have? We've got the Pokemon stat. So we can go ahead and import a stat, which again, remember, is this, this interface here. We'll grab our stat, and then instead of using just this partial thing and this partial thing, perfect. And now we've got a named and shared contract between both these functions and where they're being used in the component. Because these interfaces are both being used inside of this Pokemon interface so that when we pass the Pokemon to our component as a prop, and then we use that Pokemon inside all of these utility functions, we can be confident that everything is going to be aligned and there's going to be no unexpected behavior. So I hope this clarified some of the craziness that went on in the last video and the solution, but certainly take some time to try and understand how all these component types are composed together. It can be a little bit tricky when you've got objects nested in objects nested in objects, but if you follow it all the way through, then I think you've probably got a pretty solid understanding now. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson.